Case Studies of Contrasting Approaches, a conversation on national education models. Hello, I would like to begin a conversation about the different ways countries approach education and the lessons we can learn from them. It should be obvious that there is no one-size-fits-all model for education, yet some systems consistently produce better results in terms of equity, quality, and student outcomes. Looking at different national approaches, it becomes clear that strong public investment tends to create more equitable systems, while privatization often introduces disparities. Doesn't it follow that how a country funds and structures education reveals its priorities for the future? I have observed that Chile's approach to privatization offers a clear warning about the risks of market-driven education. By heavily privatizing its school system, Chile created deep educational inequalities where wealth determined the quality of learning. The result? Widespread student protests demanding reform and a system that left many behind. Can you imagine the frustration of knowing that your future depends not on your potential, but on whether your family can afford a better school? Wouldn't it be more effective if education systems were designed to uplift all students rather than favor those with financial privilege? Doesn't it follow that Cuba, in contrast, shows what happens when education is treated as a national priority? With strong public investment, Cuba has created a highly equitable system where literacy rates and academic achievement are among the highest in the region. While the country faces other economic challenges, its commitment to education remains strong. Can you imagine the impact if more nations prioritized education at the same level, ensuring that all students, regardless of background, had access to high-quality learning environments? It should be obvious that Sweden's experience highlights the unintended consequences of shifting from public investment to privatization. Once known for its strong public education system, Sweden introduced school choice policies that led to greater inequality and a decline in performance. Wouldn't it be more effective to invest in public schools, ensuring high-quality education for all, rather than relying on competition to drive improvement? Doesn't it follow that a well-funded public system creates stability, while privatization often creates division? Finland, on the other hand, stands as a global model for educational success. With fully public funding, minimal standardized testing, and a focus on teacher autonomy, Finland has achieved both high performance and equity. Schools are designed to support students as individuals, and the education system prioritizes lifelong learning rather than short-term test scores. Can you imagine the transformation if more nations followed Finland's approach, where students learn in a system built on trust, collaboration, and personal growth rather than pressure and competition? I have observed that the United States remains deeply divided in its education policy, caught between public funding and privatization. While some public schools thrive, others suffer from severe underfunding, leading to vast disparities in student outcomes. Doesn't it follow that an inconsistent system will always produce inconsistent results? Wouldn't it be more effective to create a unified vision for education, one that prioritizes access, equity, and adaptability, rather than leaving educational quality up to economic and political fluctuations? It is time now to recognize the success of models like Canada's Ontario, where strong public investment has led to both high achievement and equity. Unlike privatized systems that create winners and losers, Ontario's approach ensures that all students have access to quality education, well-trained teachers, and supportive learning environments. Can you imagine how different education would be worldwide if every country treated learning as a public good rather than a private service? The future of education depends on the choices we make today. It should be obvious that the most successful systems are those that prioritize equity, teacher autonomy, and long-term investment. Doesn't it follow that if we want a more just, innovative, and thriving society, we must build education systems that support all students, not just the privileged few? The case studies are clear. The real question is, will we learn from them?